everyone. I'm LeAnn.
Hello, I'm Jeannie.
And we're the Loose Thread Stitchers. Welcome back. And today is Thursday, November 16th, and it is episode 21. And we would like to thank all of our, we don't want to say old subscribers, we want to say the ones we've always had.
Returning subscribers.
Returning subscribers.
Faithful subscribers.
Yes, and then we've had several new ones. So welcome in, and we hope you keep enjoying what you're watching.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching and subscribing.
Yes, it's fun for us, so we hope it's fun for you. Okay, weather's been weird here. We had 3 inches of snow a couple weeks ago. It all melted.
On Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, that was the second highest snow we've had on Halloween. So now today we're supposed to be 65 or 67. It's supposed to be the last day of that. And then we're going down.
It's more average.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't have any snow right now. Things are still green. I have straw I put on my plants, and I can't even do that yet because I can dig in the ground still. It's not. I went out and put my Christmas stuff in my concrete wicker basket on the front porch because it's warm. I won't be out there freezing. Or I was worried my fall stuff would be stuck in there and I wouldn't be able to get them out. But it's all fine. So I did my Christmas stuff, handed over my pumpkins to Jeannie. They feed the deer with them. So they're gone for me. Now she's got them.
Yeah, they're cut up and put out in the woods. So
yeah, yep,
save the seeds to plant next year.
And of course we're in daylight savings time, so by 4:30 we're black, we're dark. It's not fun. Don't like that part, but makes you feel tired. It's weird. It's like you want to go to bed at 6:30.
Oh, and I view it as, okay, it's getting dark. We can't do anything outside. It's stitching time.
Right, and I agree. And you just have to tell your brain to keep going. But sometimes my brain goes, well, isn't it bedtime? It's dark out. So I have to get used to that. That takes me a while, but... Okay, so I guess we'll start with...
I just wanted to say a big thank you for everyone who made comments about... when I had the skin cancer surgery and everything, and hopefully some of you are getting your skin checks and getting good results like I did. But it's very nice to know that people are thinking of you and everything. So thank you for that. So everything is going good on that front so far.
Yep. So we'll start with FFOs, and I have one, and I cut down a frame. This is my first frame I cut down. The pattern is called Home for Christmas by Plum Street Samplers. There you go. Oh, is that better? I could take it out of the bag if you want me to. But I had this finished quite a while ago. And I found a frame at the thrift store. And this is the first frame I've cut down. So that was kind of interesting. I have a 100-tooth saw blade that we put on, and then I measured and cut it down. And I don't have the back totally done yet because I wanted to stare at it a couple days before I laced it and put the back on, just to make sure I don't see any wavy lines. And I can recommend something for your first. The frame's fine, but when you are doing your first project, see, I have borders around this, so you have to make sure they're very straight. That takes a long time.
It's pinned?
Right now it's pinned, yes, and then I'm going to lace it and take out the pins. But for your first one, I wouldn't recommend that you have borders all the way around your crust. It's hard, and it kind of frustrates you, but I think I've got it pretty straight. I don't think it's... So now I have it. I bought this at Hobby Lobby quite a while ago. This has been empty.
Just waiting.
Yeah, sitting on my counter waiting for something. I'll put this behind it, I think. Like this there, so you can see it better. Yes, yes. And then the picture frame sits in here. So now what I'll do is I'm hoping as I finish more, I can, just replace them, take them out, but not the frame. I'll keep this frame with this and
just reuse the easel stamp.
Yeah, I'll just keep reusing the easel stamp, but I love it. The red here picks out the red in the house and stuff. And then even though this is blue, it's kind of a gray blue. It's picking out the gray in the pots and the stems and stuff. So that's my husband out in the garage.
It is. It's very, very nice.
So I'm very happy with it, and it wasn't hard to cut the frame down. That's what I was worried about the most, and it went really well. And I watched Contented Needleworker Kim. She doesn't have a tutorial. She just sort of talks you through it. Sort not through it, but she talks about all the stuff she uses and how she does it. And then I watched, I know you don't know me, but when I research to the nth degree. So I don't know how many videos I watched of people sizing down frames, and they pretty much all do the same thing. So it worked though. It was fun. So
yeah, there was some do's and be careful of and watch out for.
She didn't do a real tutorial, and in the beginning she's telling you very well that you need to be very cautious, and if you're afraid of the blades or anything, because they're sharp. The one clue I can tell you, and it did work, is, as she even said it and so did everybody else, is when you're cutting through wood, you take the blade down slow. You don't do it fast. You cut through the wood slow. But when you're cutting through like plastic or whatever those other frames are made of, you do that fast. Because if you do that slow, you'll start melting the frame. So there's a little difference there in the speed. And another tip she gave is that once you cut your first corner, you want to measure from that inside corner and mark, like to the right where you're going to cut your next corner. You want to kind of measure as you go. Don't pre-measure the whole piece and cut them both, because a lot of times you'll be off. So I followed exactly what she said, and it worked.
Did you leave any corner intact?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
She suggests cutting with the inside, this part towards you, towards the saw on the inside. So you would lay this part kind of like this on your saw against. And if you don't cut one of your corners, you can't do that. I cut this whole thing with the outside against the saw, and I didn't have any problem at all. And I don't know, maybe as you get, I can see why she said that though, because you want to cut through the skinniest part first. Because if you save that for last, it could chip off.
Oh.
I know why.
So you don't do any tape, a painter's tape or anything to chip. Okay.
No, I didn't. This is wood. And I knew I wanted to do a wood one first because I think that's going to be easier than the plastic ones. So
very nice.
My next one will be a plastic one. We'll see. And then there's Jeannie.
Okay, I've just done some small finishes. Hands-on design. I don't have the pattern with me. Stitch Some Happy, and I just mounted it, and then I did a circle fabric, circle behind, and then on. I think these were either at Target or Hobby Lobby. They were a twofer. You got two in the package.
I'm guessing Hobby Lobby. Targets are a lot thinner, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So then this one, we won't get a glare. I did this last year. This was a complete kit. But I didn't use the 14 count Ada. I used an 18 count.
And that's very pretty.
So that's that one. Then I have my Rivera's Give Thanks. And then this is my version.
And you have she has a little leaf.
The leaf came with it.
Oh!
It was supposed to go between the S and the K, like right up here. And I didn't stitch it on before I made the pillow, and it's like, oh well, new design.
What is that called? Create as you go?
Yeah. And then Glendon Place, this is 16 gobbles. Well, I only did one gobble. And this calls for Weeks Dye Works, which in Kreinik and things. So I just used what I had, stash. So that's my gobble.
That's cute. I love all the colors.
We had one viewer last time ask about will we make the pin keeps with borders. So if you're not a quilter, it's a little foreign, but it's just like making a block in quilting where you put on the sides and then the top and the bottom. And then at that point, that's when I do my fusible fleece. I like to iron that on the back of my stitching or the back of my fabric so nothing pokes through. Gives it a little more stability. So then I got a couple Prairie Schoolers. I got 1984 and 2005. And I did one last year. So I just do a pillow finish with polyfill for the tree. This is on 18 count and it calls for 16 count. But I think the rest of them I'm going to do on 18 count. I like the size for the tree better.
Yeah, I would go small. Yeah, for me especially, I would make them small.
And it's the called for DMCs. So those are my FFOs.
Okie dokie. I don't have any finishes, do you?
I do. I have my whips for this month were, one of them was,
Oh, you mean your...
not my whips, Whip Co.
Yes.
Whip Go. It's the wreath swap I'm doing.
Willow really wants to be in here today.
And this is March. And it's called for 14 count. I don't know if it's blackboard or whatever. And I use
Sulky thread?
sulky, yes, the petites. Because then I can use 2 on 14 count and it's more full coverage. And
I don't know why she keeps coming back.
and then December.
Oh, that's cute with the Santas. I think she's gonna... I wish a squirrel would come or something. She would go, you're gonna come. Sweet. Come on. You gotta get out
And then my other whip go was Real Comfort by Modern Folk Embroidery. And I had this started last year, but I was able to finish it.
That's beautiful.
And what I did though, the dates they had was for Jane Austen's death and then the 200th year anniversary. Well, I put her birth and death dates like Sarah did from Somi Sarah. And it's on 18 count antique lace by Seraphin Fabrics, and I use Weeks Dye Works charcoal for my floss. So that are my finishes.
Okie dokie. So now we move on to whips. Willow.
Is Willow going to let you show whips?
I don't know. She's pretty needy. I did, this whip is, I had a father kind and true. I didn't do hardly anything on it, but I thought, well, I'll show you. I had a father kind and true. I've been working on this big honkin' flower, and I've had to rip it out twice, but now I think I've got it. And I'm just kind of disgusted with it, and I'll be very happy when I'm done with that big honkin' flower, because it and I are not getting along.
Where in the chart is it? Do you have more of them?
I do not think, gosh, I hope not. Yeah,
Oh,
I do.
it's right up front center, huh?
Yeah, there's 2 of them. 1 on each side. So yeah, I got another one to do. But now that I know what I'm doing, hopefully I don't it screwed up so much.
There you go.
I don't know. I was just getting disgusted. I put it away for a while. I was really hoping to have a lot more done on this. And I just kind of put it away for a while because I was kind of disgusted. And
So when you decide what to stitch, do you have a plan ahead of time, or is it one of these?
no, I have 3 out. I have my small and I have my 2 main whips. And when I sit down, I just kind of think about what am I in the mood for. And I do it. And this one I haven't been in the mood for because every time I stitch on it, I make mistakes. And I'm not a happy camper.
Well, you go in with that attitude.
I know. So, and I put it away for a while. You know, everybody puts something in timeout and then they go back to it. So I tried that thinking, okay, I'll be good now. We had a little timeout. And I ripped it out. If I have a mistake, I rip it out. I don't continue on. I'm not that, you don't know me. I'd stare at that thing forever. So I rip it out. And then if I'm going to put it away, that's when I put it away. And then so when I take it out, it's ready to go again. So I always feel like, okay, that's a fresh start. And then you find out you made another mistake. And then it's like, okay, I don't know. Some nights it's like, all right, I'm done with this one. We're just done for a while. So, and then this was going to be my small, and it's called Spooky by the Calico Confectionery. And they have it on... she doesn't tell you. She just says put it on a tea-dyed Ada or equivalent. But as you can see, it's pretty white. I did not choose that. This is Haunted by Seraphim Fabrics.
Ooh.
So, and I've just been working on the border. And my little applique pins, I don't know if you guys know. I mean, I'm a quilter, but these are little short applique pins. And I put them in when I have to count long things. And so what I do is I put them in at every 25 point. But that's the fabric I'm using for this. And that's, most of my life I border things first and then work on the inside. And so that's why you only see part of a border. But I'm probably going to put it away now because I want to do something Christmassy, I think.
Oh, okay. I was wondering,
see.
Before you didn't.
I wasn't in the mood, but I think I'm getting there. So... this was the bag I put it in, and I have spider webs on the back, and we make our own bags, so they aren't bought. So then, if you remember, those of you that watch us, last time I told Jeannie I was out throwing pots away and stuff, and it's called a Quaker Welcome, and I know I want to put it right by my front door. That popped into my head, and I couldn't get it out of my head. So I thought, okay, I had a little start on it from Mania.
Oh, and you didn't do Mania for like years, so.
No.
This is back in,
this has been in my whip book for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I had a little start, and then again, I pull it out, and my little start, it's wide. It's not tall, it's like rectangle, that's what it looks like.
Horizontal.
And
yeah.
I'm sure you've seen this. I mean, I've seen a lot of people working on it. Well, I had started it, but it started the wrong way. I started it this way. So I had, the first time I had this done and the W. Oh. So I spent a night ripping that out, but now it's going the right way.
It's really interesting that you're out doing gardening, which you enjoy working in the soil and with plants and stuff, but your thoughts go to cross stitch.
Well, when you're doing something you really enjoy, it clears your mind. At least mine. Just like cross stitch, when I'm cross stitching, it clears my mind, and then other things have room to pop in. And that gets kind of scary sometimes because oh yeah, I forgot about that, or oh gee, I better do that, and so this is my new start, and that's as far as I've gotten. And if you notice in the picture, like the house is pink, the flowers are pink, and they're with the color, 2 colors. There's 2 colors in there. This is a DMC and it's called terracotta. And then, I already took off the other color, but it was grapefruit. And they're very bright. Very, very bright.
And you had a problem?
I had a lot of problem with that. So then I put in my own colors. And so the house The house and the flowers so far are going to be, it's Cayenne by Weeks Dye Works, and that's my house, is that. Which I love way better, way better than this. Got it upside down for you. You'll go crazy looking at something upside down instead of a pink house and pink flowers. And I'll probably use another red in here too, because the pink flowers and stuff are really variegated. They're, you know, part of the flower is lighter and darker. And this has variegation, but not a whole lot. So I'll probably throw another red in there. I just don't know which one yet. And another thing I learned about myself is this is onyx. Most of the letters and everything are onyx. So, I mean, I have quite a few onyx here, but it's kind of a blacky brown. But when you put it on, to me, it really looks brown. Well, there's a ton of it. So it's like you're pretty much doing one color. I get bored. I found that out about myself. Some people really like one color quilts. I don't think I'm a one color person, because now what I'm trying to do is figure out, okay, how can I do parts of the brown? Because most of this, if you look, there's not a lot of color in there. So I'm going to have to figure out how can I do, like I'll probably come down and do some of the letters and then go back up and do the pineapple to get some color in it, and then maybe do some more, and then go up and get the gold house, and then maybe do some more letters and go down and do the flower, you know, just to kind of get some color. Because after all, it's like, okay, gosh, can I put a different color in this? It just gets weird. And this is on Old Massachusetts by the Primitive Hair, and I love this. It smells like coffee. I mean, it still smells like coffee.
But and what count?
40 count. And what she does is, like, this is Old Massachusetts, and that's 40 count. I mean, her Old Massachusetts
only 40?
40. And then, like, she has Old Salem, and that's, I don't know if that's 32. I can't remember. But her names are based on what size count the fabric
so you
is.
can't get that exact.
No, but I love this. It has lots of modeling in it. It has a lot of staining on it. So this is me all over. I'm going to get some more of her fabric because I really do like the fabric. It's very nice to work on. And it's very pretty. And that is the called for fabric on this, is 40 count.
Well, when you first started in doing that you kind of stuck to called for, or you tried to.
Well, I tried to, but we started right before the pandemic, and we couldn't get anything. So, and then I do, you know, people were just talking about that on the news yesterday morning, how the pandemic kind of has some good things too. Like, I don't think people would be able to work from home like they do without the pandemic, no. Because now companies, that's a perk if they allow you to, you know, work from home. So like this, I had to go out of my comfort zone because we wouldn't have been able to stitch if we waited for fabric to show up. So, and everybody said, well, use your stash. We didn't have a stash. So it did make me go out of my comfort zone because I wanted to stitch. So I had to find something that I liked to stitch on, but luckily this one I did find. So this one and
for me, being, you know, an Ada or an 18-20 count stitcher, most charts are not charted in that, so I always had to redo and
but I noticed with Ada now, they do have, they're coming out with quite a few colors and stuff,
different dyers.
Well, like you just had the antique lace, and that's one of my favorites, is antique lace. But I use linen, whereas she can now use Ada, so that's nice. Yep. So do you have whips? I think I'm done.
I do have one. I have it in my fruit bottom lady bag. It is, and I don't know why I picked this bag for it, but when we were at Tulsa at Silver Needle last spring, we did a Beth Twist heartstring samplery.
She was our teacher.
And it is Treasured Memories. Okay. I did it on 16 count slate, and I'm at the point where I need back stitching. And this was supposed to be for a mat to use when you go to retreats. We did the mat, we quilted the mat.
Right.
But this is the stitch piece.
That's
Old friends, new friends.
And it was supposed to kind of go in the middle of your mat.
Yeah.
And then there were different.
This is the cool wave. There's a warm wave that's more reds. But
yeah, I did the warm wave and she did the cool wave.
I can't believe you didn't do the cool wave with the blues.
I guess when she showed it, I didn't see the blues.
I was pleasantly surprised with how
I
it turned
agree.
out.
I think it's really pretty because I quit working on mine because I don't like the way it looks.
Well, and then there are buttons on the chart. So I thought instead of sewing, and she gave us buttons with the kit, but I'm going to put our initials. I thought I'd put yours and mine.
Oh yeah, because that was our trip.
And Charlotte and Mary.
Oh yeah.
And then we met a new friend, Sean Tater.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So I thought I'd put
That's a nice memory then. Yeah.
So and then I'm going to frame it for my sewing room.
That is, I agree. I think I would like the cooler colors in this case because it has a lot of blue in it.
Yeah. So that's my whip. Thank you. You know, words just kind of do.
Oh, yeah.
They don't like to be on Flosstube.
Okay, then we get to move on to haul, huh? Okay, it's been a month, Jeannie. What have we done?
We've gone to Osage.
Yeah, we've gone to Osage twice in the month or not? Once or twice?
Once.
Okay.
Or has it been twice?
That's what I'm wondering.
Oh.
I don't remember.
No, we went once this month because I showed my 16 gobbles on the last.
Okay.
And that I got this at Osage 2 times ago.
Okay. Some of these things I got at Osage and some I ordered. I don't remember. I do know I ordered this one and it's called Be Scary by Jessie and Me. And when we went to Osage, I got all the threads. So I know I didn't get this at Osage, but I know I got the threads. And then this pattern I had, and it's called Reindeer Dance by Mindful Needle. And I really like this. So then I found a blue, which I really like. It's called, it's by Atomic Ranch Fabrics, and it's called Esmeralda, and it is 36 count. And it's a fat quarter. I don't know, maybe I'll keep it folded in half so you'll have a better look at. See the modeling?
Really pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty. And this side isn't as modeled, so I can pick either side.
You didn't get that at Galleria?
No.
Okay.
I bought this at Osage when we just went down.
Oh.
Specifically because I brought this pattern looking for a blue.
It's when we go, you know, like Osage, or we go to Stitchville or Welcome Stitchery or any place that we kind of go on a semi-regular, LeAnn always has a bag of charts or something that she's looking for. So she has a list.
Right.
And I just kind of go in.
Freewheeling.
Yes.
You freewheel it. And then I'm not a white person, and this is usually white. So the fabric I picked for this, it's called Cattail. It's sort of a beige, and it is modeled. You can kind of see some of it there. But that's what I'm going to use on it instead of white willow. And then I got this in the mail. I had ordered this because it was just cute, and it's a sampler stocking by JBW Designs. And since I like samplers, I thought that's a cute little thing. This I got at Osage because Jeannie saw it on the way out. And I was looking for some Thanksgiving things. I don't really have anything Thanksgiving. And this is called, it's by Waxing Moon Designs. It's called Turkey Trio, and there's 3 patterns there.
I like her designs like that when you get the 3.
Those are nice. I like those. And then this they had, which I hadn't gotten yet, from Brenda Gervais. It's called The Light of Winter. I think this is one of her newest patterns, and it's a sampler.
Is that the one that's supposed to be the companion piece to Rose Hill
I think
Manor?
so. It sure looks kind of like you could hang them together, definitely. And then this one just cracked me up.
No, I hadn't seen that on. I don't remember the Flosstube, but they were just going to do the turkey.
Oh yeah, you could.
You know, as a
It's almost a flamingo. It's got one leg up.
What was Mary had sent me
That's cute.
a text the other night, and it was a flamingo standing there, and it said, "Don't make me put my foot down."
And this is Plum Street Samplers. It's called Gobble Gob, and it has 3 turkeys piled on top of each other. I like that one too. And then I had ordered this when I saw it from Market, Christmas Quaker. And if you follow the Colorado cross stitcher, she has been doing different colors. So she makes hers very colorful, which I might do. It was kind of cute. She gave you all the colors.
She did that with the Autumn Quaker too.
Right. And we have both. We got a kit when we went.
Now, see, for me, I brought that along today to stay and stitch. That is my type of travel because I don't have to bring a lot of colors or change.
Right.
Or, it's whereas if you get bored.
I was amazed at how bored I was getting. It's like, okay, I need some different colors. But, when I do quilts and stuff, I do all patchwork quilts. So it's like, to me, my colors are always changing. And so all of a sudden you're cross stitching. It's like, oh, come on. And this one I ordered, I saw it on Etsy. And so I went and looked for it, and it's called Ever So Grateful, and it's by Threadwork Primitives. And I thought that one was kind of...
That's cute. I like that.
Yeah, that's primitive. This is by Crabapple Hill, and I've seen it in a pillow, and I wish I had a picture of it, but it's a pumpkin, and it's embroidered. And I got all the threads, but... I'm going to make it big with it. I'm going to embroider it and then make it big. And since I'm doing it at a Father Kind and True, this is a sampler for my mother. So I thought I would do this and then put my mother's initials on it. So then I would have made one for my dad and then one for my mom.
There's a lot of floss.
Yeah, but it's pretty. Look at all the see? Look at all the colors. That's me. Give me color.
And that's going to be a fairly good size too, right?
Yep, it is. I have a ton of samplers. I'll tell you what I'm doing, but I have a ton of samplers. These are all DMC, so that's not a big deal. That are big. I mean, I pick big samplers. It's a sampler. And this is called Home for Halloween by the Humble Stitcher. I thought this was cute too.
That is.
And then this one I love. I would almost want to start this now. It's Threadwork Primitives again. It's called Beggar's Night. And I know there's a Christmas one. It's all DMC. And I got the DMC for it. So I was going to show you those little things too here. Because it is cross stitch and it is haul, right? We went to Michael's and that's where we get all of our DMC. Well, she didn't go with me. She went home because she parks at Michael's when we go down to Osage and then I drive. But Michael's had a whole bunch of these and they're ornaments. There's the hanger in the back, but they're ornaments and they had like 20 different kinds. They were all different kinds. You got 3 for $9.99, but I had a 30% off coupon. So these were $2.48 a piece. And I just thought it'd be nice for a little cross stitch in there. And then this one is rectangle with little snowflakes on. But they had all different kinds. There was a snowman where it was open in his bottom belly for you to put a picture. There were more rectangles like this that had more snowflakes. Some of them say the year, some of them don't. So it'd
be nice for your tree.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then the third one was a paw. They had an animal paw, and I gave it to my son because he just got a dog. And I thought, well, and it did say it had a hanging 2023 on it. So then there's room for them to put a picture. His name is Finch, and they can put it on their tree as his first Christmas. Otherwise, I would have had another one. But there's a ton of them. And so those were at Michael's. Okay, I'm done. I think. Oh, do you want me to do those?
Sure.
Okay. These were at Target, and Lenny from the Sable Stitchers, she showed one. And so then I was at Target, and these are little trays. And this one has a pumpkin and it's orange. And what I thought was cool is that they had this little tree too. And this is all at the dollar part in the beginning. And I thought it'd be cool to put the tree somewhere in here. And then I was telling Jeannie if you did little pin keeps, but if you could make them up and down and then just curve the top instead of the normal pillow shape, they would almost look like little tombstones in there. Yeah.
Have kind of an arch top.
Yeah, I thought that would be cool. And then they have a black one too, and that just has, like, yeah, it's just a normal fence. But I have a little 3-foot black tree with just stems. I think, Jeannie, you had one by your front door. I'm going to use, like, one of these for the base of that tree, too. That's why I got 2 of them, because I thought, well, one could be for pin keys. And then they had 2 flasks, and they say rest in peace there. You can see the rest in peace. So I gave her one. She thought maybe we could cut the flask part off and do something with it. And then they had this, which is really cool. It has a little bat on it. I thought it'd be really great to have a drum in there.
But now I've seen somebody else, and they put something over this, like a round, flat, you know, like you could do like a penny, a wool penny, or something, and then use it for other times of the year.
Oh, sure. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sure. But I could see a really cool orange or something drum in here, too, for Halloween, anyway. Yeah, you're right. You could cover this up.
So I had gone after, LeAnn showed me that, and the Target I went to, I got the tree and the dome, but they didn't have any of the trays left. So.
Okie dokie. I'm done now.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm done.
Well, mine will be short and sweet. So when we were down at Osage, the stitchery nook, I was looking for, like LeAnn said, you know, Thanksgiving or turkey things. Well, I thought, okay, this season 2, a year of celebrations by Hands-On Design. Last year I did Primrose Cottage monthly 9 patches. And they're always fun to get out, you know, each month or season. So I thought I'm going to start these. And then I got a couple, here's Atomic Ranch Vapors, 18 count. And that's kind of a mottled grayish. And then they had 18 count beige in their clearance section, a piece of that. And then I thought, oh, and I got my receipt. I broke down and bought my...
Oh, your DMC floss.
Yes, this came... Okay, Minnesota deer hunting is the first full week of November this year. So my son came up from Florida. Our younger son came over from Wisconsin. And we had a nephew come up from Iowa. So the guys are all there. And I get this package. Well, they're all, aren't you going to open it? Aren't you going to open it? And I knew what it was. So I opened it. And oh, okay. Well, then I really opened it.
Oh, yeah.
Look at how pretty and showed all of the floss.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
And they thought it resembled a paint card.
Oh, sure.
So being they all do some woodworking type things, it's like, oh, yeah, I know what you need that for.
They agreed on
but
something.
I said, it's actual floss. Feel this, you know, and yeah. So I've used it before too, because, well, since then I've, you know, had a kit where I didn't have a certain color. Well, I could look it up on here and then see what was close. The only thing is, they're grouped according to color, not number.
Number, yeah.
So you have to know what color you're kind of looking for.
Right.
But, yeah, so...
That's very nice. I'll have to break down and get one. I haven't broken yet.
I thought, you know, it was
It comes in handy, though. It really does. I can see why we would need one.
And I hadn't spent a lot of money this month on...
No, she's been very good going to the store. Well, I thought I was being good, but she's been good too. So.
Well, you know, when I go into my file cabinet and I got a couple drawers full of charts and then I've got bags full of kits, it's like, okay, you know, life expectancy is...
That's why one of the stash beyond life expectancy. Plans.
Well, I only have one more month of Whipco this year, and I know what I'm stitching.
Are you going to do Whipco again?
Yes.
Okay.
This year I did kind of generalized, like I put like Prairie Schooler or, you know, sampler or something. But I had each Whipco to stitch on it for 8 days. I think I'm gonna knock that down to 5.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you can do more.
Yeah, I can do more other things that
Yeah,
month.
in between.
And if I want
Right.
to stick with it, I will.
Right, right.
So, and then Christmas. I'm getting a little itchy to do Christmas.
Yeah, that's starting to, and Jeannie started last year, and it started with, 2 needles pulling thread, Missy and Kathy. If you haven't seen their Flosstubes, you should watch them. They're really good. They do a snow day stitch. So when it's snowing and stuff, they stitch on something they call their snow day stitch. Most of the time it has a snowman in it or something, right? Or snow.
Well, I do
Yeah.
snow related
Right,
or
you
winter
do.
related.
And this is again, I was cross stitching and I was going, what can I do on a snow day? And I didn't want to do snowman or anything. That just wasn't interested to me. I love Santas. That's my thing, is I really love Santas. And I started, when I kit things up, I put them in those plastic bags from Amazon.
Oh, those zippered bags.
Yes, and what I've started doing now is, to me they're kitted of some sort. Either they have fabric with them, or thread, or fabric and thread. It can be any of those combinations. They're not just a chart. Something is with them. So now what I've done is every time I'm looking for something, I don't know if it's kitted. I don't know. I have a file thing where I have just patterns. And so when I'm looking on my Excel spreadsheet, I don't have it listed as it's just a pattern or it's a kit or where is it. And then the other problem was, okay, it's not in my file cabinet. So that means it's kitted. So then I go in my fabric closet and I'm looking at all these bags and I have to go through every single bag because I was just putting things in bag and lining them up on a shelf.
Oh, but you put Christmas in your Christmas bags, don't you?
They're not Christmas bags, they're just plastic.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
just plastic.
Okay, yes,
So-
all right. And that's only partial. So when do they get into your...
I put them in a fabric bag when I'm going to do them.
Okay.
Okay, so I have them, all of my kitted or not so kitted in here. Okay, if they have thread with them or fabric or thread and fabric, I have them in these bags. So now what I started doing is I'm pulling out my bags and I'm rearranging them all so that I have, Halloween ones, I have Thanksgiving, fall ones, I have Christmas ones, I have, like this one. This one has samplers in it. So what I did is on the tag, I wrote samplers. And then on an index card, I wrote what samplers are in here.
Oh.
So I don't have to go searching through every single bag I own to find whatever project. And then what I'm doing now is I keep the computer out and in my, on my Excel spreadsheet, I put in parentheses kitted. So then I know, okay, it's kitted. I know where to go to find it. I'm just, because it's driving me nuts, I go in there for hours looking for some little pin keep that I know I have. I don't know how else to do it. So then what I thought is, okay, snow days, these 2 patterns I've had forever. And this is a Santa, and he's 3-dimensional. I have the fabric, I have the thread. So I thought,
Fully kitted.
this is fully kitted, ready to go. And so is she. She is Mrs. Santa's, and I love her because she's got a sampler. So I'm going to do her first. The thread's in here, and this is the fabric for both of them. So on snow days, I'm going to work on one of these. Whatever day it's snowing, these are what I'm going to do. And then I have more Santas. I have all of those. These are cinnamon stick Christmas, and like this guy.
Wow, that's got a few floss.
Yeah, it's got,
and it's what is that, 7 count or what is that?
I think so. It's really big. Can you see the whole? Wait.
So do you use six strands?
I haven't even read it yet. I don't know. But can you see how big the holes are? Yeah, this is 7 count sand. Yep. I bet you do. Don't you think you have to use them all? Yeah. But it has some of that whisper stuff for the edges of his coat and stuff. And then there's all the floss for this one. This one has a ton of floss. Just a ton. So I'll be interested to see how this one goes too.
Okay, now, my question is, are you going to wait for a snow day to start?
I think I'm going to have the fabric all cut up and everything, and maybe put a couple stitches in just to get it, you know, make sure I have my thread cut and everything, just so I can just start stitching on a snow day. Yeah. What else? Oh, here's another cinnamon stick one, and this one he has a three-dimensional stocking he's holding. And so you can either make them three-dimensional or you can put them in a frame, whichever one you want.
But the three-dimensional, that's on this like 7 count.
I think, yep, it is.
Okay.
Yep. 7 count sand, yep. And I'm gonna form him a little more, not just the oval. I think I'll form him more than what he looks like. I have a couple more of these too. That must be just in my pattern thing. But these two are the two I want to start. I want to start her first with that little sampler. That is just so cute. But I collect Santa Clauses, and these are right up my alley. So these are what I'm going to do on a snow day.
Well,
These'll
better hope for snow this year.
Well, I don't have to hope for snow. We live in Minnesota.
But last year was an exception for a long time with what we got.
Whew, we got a ton of snow.
And I, you know, like you said, you don't do the snowmen so much, but I like the little snowman pin keeps for January.
Well, anytime you don't have, it's all winter. You know, we can have winter into March.
April.
Last year, did we have it almost into May? I think. Yeah. I laugh now, but I was sad then. I really wanted flowers.
Yeah, go back a few videos and listen to her whine.
I whined and whined and whined because, oh my gosh, the snow just went on and on and on.
I had to start bringing crackers for her whine.
Right. Right. You're so funny. And cheese.
Oh, now she's requesting.
I don't drink wine, so I'll have the cheese. Do you have any more talk about plans?
Nope, that's just, sometimes it needs to just hit me. I want to do some more Prairie School Santas after I got these done and ready for the tree. I have one done from last year, so I got a collection now. I have 3 on the tree. We'll have 3 in the tree.
There's somebody who has a whole tree of them.
Yeah.
I've seen it on Instagram. It's really beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And they use similar floss.
Yeah.
So I just keep a pack of floss in my my Prairie School
sampler bag. Oh, that's cute on the back. Oh, I remember when we bought those.
Yeah, we got the season ones. Yeah. So yeah, I've got my.
Wow, isn't it amazing how much thread you can have?
Yeah, these are your colors.
They are. Those are definitely.
Yeah, so that's going to be kind of. I've got a couple other snowman type things or snowflakes just to do for snow days too. So if it's just flurries, I'll do a snowflake.
Should I stick my turtle tidbit in here?
No, that's not. That's at the end.
Oh, at the end. Oh, okay.
End.
So we've been trying to get together like every Thursday. Our other friend Julie usually comes too, and we either stitch here at Jeannie's house or we do maybe a day trip or something. And Julie's been really busy for the last almost 2 months now.
Yeah.
So Jeannie and I have been getting together, and we either come here to her house and we stitch, or like that one day we went down to Osage. We decided to have a bag making day. So she came here and we made bags all day. So we have a little parade of bags for you that my cat is laying on right now.
Our friend Mary does our shopping for us at antique or vintage stores, and we'll get emails or texts from her with pictures. Anybody want this one? And she'll hold up a piece of linen or a pillowcase or something. So she's done quite a few that way. And then we had to meet her to get them.
Right. That's one of the reasons we went to Osage, is to meet up with her so we could pay her for all of the embroidery pillowcases and stuff she found for us. And then, we met up with her and she shopped with us. We had lunch with her. So it was a really fun day.
Yeah.
So my first bag, I don't know what fabric this is.
Ooh.
I can't remember, but it's just all different kinds of, it's almost like Christmas tags, I guess, vintage Christmas tags.
Or postcards, yeah.
Yeah, and I put a little snowman hanger on it and a little little Christmas bulb. And I mean, there's the back. And Jeannie showed me, see, good thing to have friends when you're sewing, because she showed me how to cover handles with the same fabric. So there's the back with all vintage.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I like that one. Do you want to alternate? She's going to lay down, and then you won't be able to get your thing up.
Well, this here, we were on one shop hop a year or two ago, and I just got fat quarters. So I thought, okay, I was going to do something with them. Then I thought, okay, I'm going to do a bag.
Right.
And then I put my tomatoes inside.
Yep.
And then just a tassel on this one. But yeah. So I thought if I do a my stitchy room, I'll put them in here.
And this fabric I found, it's just it's for like 4th of July. It's eagle, and I made a bag like this for Mary. So
Nice.
And then I had a little flag, little dingle thing here, and there's the bag. Because that's for patriotic stitching. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
This was, oh, I got something in here. What did I put in here?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. My freedom.
Oh,
This one here.
freedom.
Yeah.
That freedom ring.
So this was just, it's all one of the blocks. So just kind of let the blocks be my size guide.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
And this one was a dresser skirt. So there were 2 of them, one on each end. So I made one for Mary and then one for me. And this
And
one I
so
didn't put
pretty.
a dingle on yet because I need something.
I need an eagle.
Yeah, the red and blue and white doesn't go with
A
it.
loose thread.
Oh, yeah.
Here's one of my, this was a towel.
That's so
That's
pretty.
I had talked about this a couple videos ago, whether if I was going to put it as a pocket.
Yep.
And I decided just to go straight across. And then this fabric I got down at Quilter Station when we went down to Tulsa last spring on our way.
That's perfect fabric for that. That's
So,
beautiful. And these were little charm packs. Are they charm or are they?
they're mini charms.
Yeah, they're 2.5-inch squares.
Is that the ones we just got?
No,
Oh, okay.
nope. These I've had for a long time. And they're vintage. I can't remember who makes them, but they were vintage, so I just sewed them together. And
No, I, excuse me, I saw one bag where they did a row of the charm or the squares across the top instead of a color there.
oh, okay.
So that looked,
And I just put a little spool, little dingle thing on there.
that's getting a little on the bright side, isn't it?
Kind of, but it's vintagey. It's that vintagey bright.
So then it
I have rules.
goes,
I have rules for me.
this was a little like tea towel. I got it from my uncle's estate, my great uncle's estate. So I made this for a little pocket. But I could put pens or something in there.
Sure.
And then I got the
Oh, I'm not showing the inside.
inside is the same as the top. And then I did the handle again.
Matching handle. And this one, Mary gave us, they were pillowcases, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So then I just put it on.
Oh, I like this.
We got those at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
And then so I just stuck that on there. And I don't know what I did for the inside. What did I do for the inside? Oh, it's just little blue and white flowers for the inside. But it's crocheted. This is crocheted.
This is my Sunday stitch.
Oh yeah, look at the hands. That's beautiful
The
with the
bag.
church in the
This
hand.
was a set of pillowcases. So that's the fabric I put it on.
Wow.
And then these are little, you got some of these zippers too.
Yeah, the fancier zippers.
You kind of top stitch these on, and these came from Amazon. The only
Amazon.
problem is you don't have room for, what do you call them, a dingle?
Yeah, dingle.
It comes with a dingle.
Yeah, it comes with a little dingle.
So,
Yep. And then this one was,
Oh, that had the cutouts.
Yeah, these are cutouts and they're clear. And I was going to put white behind it, and I thought, no, I wanted the blue to show through. So I just...
Is that towel then?
I think it was. It was
tea towel like?
It wasn't even a full towel though. It was almost. It wasn't a napkin. Maybe it was a nap. It was small. It wasn't very big.
Oh.
It wasn't. And then I just put blue flowers in the inside. And this one I just put a little scissor. The stork scissor.
We had gotten
Oh yeah.
a panel of these like sampler type blocks
Right.
before. So this is one, this is what I got my modern folk embroidery in. Because you kind of know, you put it in here, it's some type of sampler.
Right. And then this one, I do have the fabric here for it. It was a panel of different.
Oh my.
Yeah, isn't that cute? And I put an old-fashioned sewing machine on there.
Featherweight, huh?
Yeah, since it's that. And it's just...
Very nice.
I don't know what I did on the inside. Oh, it's more sewing-related fabric in there. And this was the panel. I mean, it has all kinds of...
Oh yeah, we were sitting one day trying to figure out how to incorporate them in a bag front.
Right. It's almost like stamps, but they're big. And it's all about, spools of thread. It's almost like advertisements for spools of thread. And I love this one down in this corner. I have to put that on a bag. That's just too cute.
And then you get this frog.
Yeah, there's a frog in there.
You get the frog. Oh, but I think the frog is selling... There you go. It's thread again.
Yeah, it's all thread related.
Now, if it was a turtle...
Yeah, and then here's like two little boys playing with a little cannon. And there's a doll there. They're going to shoot the doll, it looks like, with the cannon.
Boys.
And it says it's... Is that it here? It's Riley Blake, and it's called Sojournal. Riley Blake, by J. Wecker Frisch, F-R-I-S-C-H.
Oh, what does it say across the top there?
Sewing Catalog of Postage Stamp 1921. And then this was in the middle. This was the big piece right in the middle.
The only one that size.
Yeah, all the other ones are smaller. And then this one I love. This was a tea towel. It didn't have any more on it. And he's down on his knee proposing to her, and I just thought it was so cute. And when I just put a little pink little thing that...
Bling?
Yeah, bling. And then it's pink and white on the inside. I don't know how you can see it with the light, but... And then the last one, again, is from a panel.
Ooh.
And they said I put a spell on you. And see, this one's tall. I had to make it taller because this was taller. And I put a little witch flying on her broom, little thing. And then the inside is all skeletons with hats and
We tried to
bats.
do lighter colors on the inside,
Yeah,
like
so you
like a
can-
purse.
Yeah, so you can see. And
Yeah.
this is the panel. It's called Old Salem's Black Hat Society, Shelley Comiskey by Henry Glass. And see, there's a bunch. I suppose I'm upside down. See, there's all kinds of them. There's Happy Halloween. There's that one. Here's It's Spooky Time. There's a Boo to You. Did I show you the owl? I think I did. Here's October 31st. Here's a spider. There's a ghost, an owl, and a pumpkin. So there's 6. And we got these when we were at Welcome Stitchery, and we went to
Michelle's.
the quilt store Michelle's. That's where I got them.
Then a year or so ago, we got the Lori Holt panel to make bags.
Oh yeah, I still have that. Yep.
And it comes, already pre-printed, and you cut them out. But I didn't do it according to her directions. I did it according to LeAnn Can Stitch directions, and I cut mine apart and used the fusible fleece and the lining. You know, I had to get my own lining.
Right. And we start out, when we make our bags, we follow LeAnn Can Stitch, her directions, and then we just size them according to whatever fabrics we're using.
Like if it's a panel or if it's
Yeah.
a pillowcase or...
Right. That's
Yeah.
kind of what we do.
Well, and this one here I did for my sampler, got a little on the small side because the border fabric is directional, and I cut it wrong at first.
Hey, I did that.
So I made just a cute little...
I didn't know you made those kind of mistakes. That one, you asked me if I had more of that color because it worked really good with that bag, and I said no because I made a few mistakes. Okay, so I guess as far as cross stitch and bags, we can move on to, we'd like to thank Karen, the recovering monogamous stitcher. She mentioned us. She
Thanks for the shout out,
yeah,
Karen.
that was a great shout out. She was really good about that, and I watch her all the time.
Yeah.
So I love your videos. And
She's in Florida now, but she doesn't sound real happy about her sewing situation, her quilting.
They're gonna sell her. They're gonna sell their trailer, and they're gonna. It's not a trailer. What are they called? Well, they're kind of. I don't know. Anyway, they're gonna kind of just go on shorter vacations because she says she doesn't have time to quilt. And I feel bad for her because I love quilting. So
Yeah.
I hope she gets more time.
You need that.
And she's really good. I mean, she has a quilting machine too, and she's very good at what she does. And then we'd like to thank Tammy from Stitching and Quilting. She shouted us out too. And
She's out in Maine.
Yep. And
Just starting out.
Yep, just starting out. And that was very nice. Thank you, Tammy. That was very nice. So now we'll move on to quilting. So those of you that are leaving us, thanks for staying with us this long, and we'll see you next
But those
time.
that are leaving are going to miss the Turtle Tidbit. And for those that are new, LeAnn started Turtle Tidbit a few videos ago, just kind of being that, I mean...
I have a turtle tank. I rescue turtles. I have turtles. I rescue turtles. I have tortoises now also. So I just thought I'll give you little bits of information
Maybe
about
you
turtles.
could do the Turtle Tidbit now.
I could. I have to go get it though. Okay. Sing a song or something.
What? Oh, where's your... I thought it was on your phone.
It is, but I got to show them the albino.
Okay. Yeah, so our new subscribers, maybe didn't understand why all of a sudden turtles were in the mix. But being that this is part of her life and...
Big part of my life.
Yeah.
Someday it won't be a part of my life, but I have albino turtles, and those are the yellow ones swimming around, and those are they're red-eared sliders. They're called.
And they're one of the native to Minnesota species. No.
Red-eared sliders are not native to Minnesota. They're the most common turtle you find in a pet store that you're buying is a red-eared slider. They are. When we were little, they would sell them for a dime. They're about this big. Well, my female albino, I didn't know this, but anyway, she laid 2 eggs and 1 hatched. And this is the baby.
Have you named him yet?
No. Does it help you if I put it in my hand so you can see the size? I mean, it's probably August, September, October, November, 3 months old. This is, and they're albino, they're yellow. They don't have any markings except for they still have the red ears and they have red eyes. And the red eyes, when they have albinoism, they can't see as well. So out in nature, they wouldn't be able to hide either. I mean, look at their color. They would be eaten up in a minute. So, I don't know if you can see on the belly. Can you see you can see the circling, sort of their pattern? Oh, I got a cat here. I don't think you can see it. But this is a red-eared slider, and what a red-eared slider normally looks like is this. And see, they have the red mark on their ear. That's why they're called red-eared sliders. So this is a red-eared slider, only it's an albino. And this was the first turtle that people were albinoizing. Now there's lots of turtles that people are making into albinos because...
Do you know how?
I don't know how. It goes by, they have to have the albino...
Like gene
in them. There's red-eared sliders that have the albino gene and they're not albino. They look like a regular everyday...
So it takes two with the genes to...
Yes, it takes two albino... I'm not sure. Maybe the female just has to have the albino. I haven't looked at albinos that much. I just rescued albinos. I mean, people gave me albinos. So I haven't really researched some more. I just wanted to know why don't they can't see very well, like snakes, albino snakes. They can't see real well either because their eyes are that red pigment. But it's funny because you got loons whose eyes are red and they can see really good in the water. So. But that's an albino compared to a regular looking turtle.
And that's what you have in here are
I have
red-eared
two
sliders.
males. I have Splish and Splash, they're males. And then I have a female, her name is Bubbles. That's what Kelsey named her, Bubbles. And she's obviously now, she's 3.5. And they can become mature enough to lay eggs anywhere from 3 to 5 years old. And so when I dug out the eggs out of my hatching thing, I thought they were Gracie, my Western painted turtle's eggs. And I thought, that's weird, she only laid 2 eggs. Well, I came home from vacation in August and this little baby was halfway out of the egg. So it was an albino. So now I know she's mature enough to have eggs. So we'll see if she gives me any more next year, this year, next year.
Yeah, because after the brumation.
Yeah. Brumation, they're kind of in brumation now. Oh, you can't see her. She's over there.
And that's a semi-retirement, or
Retirement.
Hibernation.
Yeah, I don't think they can see her. Gracie is my Western painted turtle, and that's the most common turtle in Minnesota. And she kind of puts herself in brumation. They kind of stop eating. They just kind of sleep all day. They sit on the basking spot. The 2 lights that are on, those are UVB, UVA lights. So she's getting sunshine through those lights. And then as soon as spring is warm enough, I have an 8-foot by 4-foot pool I set up outside and they go outside. And they're outside. I bring them in every night, but they go outside every day. So they get sunshine. They get real sunshine then. So that's my turtle tidbit of the day is what the albinos really look like. And like I say, they're albinoizing tortoises now. I guess it's must be a money-making market because they're...
Yeah.
I watch a few sites now because they're selling them and stuff, and I'm just curious of how they do it and stuff. So I'm not going to do it, but...
Don't mess with Mother Nature.
Yeah, I'm trying to help them. I'm not trying to change them, so... Okay, so we'll move on to quilts. FFOs. You want me to go first or you want me to? I had finished this top a while ago. I have a bench out on my front porch and I want to make seasonal quilts for my bench. And so this one, I finished the top a while ago and now I finished it totally. Are we upside down?
Nope.
No, what do you know? For Halloween. This is Happy Halloween. And I just meandered. I'm trying to learn smaller meandering, so I went smaller. And I just meandered the whole thing. And it sits out on my bench. And I got it done Monday night before Halloween. So the next night was Halloween. So I had it on my bench. And a lot of the kids were going, oh, I love your quilt. I love your quilt. So for little kids, they noticed your quilts on your bench.
Oh, just ready to get packed up.
Yeah, just ready to get packed up. And then I thought, for those of you that don't know, I mean, my bench is east facing. So I get morning sun. But there is a UV sunblock that you can spray on your fabrics so that...
I have one, it's in an aerosol can, and it's a Scotch Guard
Oh,
UV block.
Right, I got this on Amazon. I'm sure there's all different kinds.
Yeah.
And we have a pergola on our deck, and so if front of our house is east, the deck is west. So we have a pergola, and we can pull this canvasy sort of top over the top of the pergola, and we've been spraying that for 4 years. If we wouldn't, that top would be gone. It would have been eaten up because the sun shines there all day long, from about 10 in the morning on. And we've had it for at least 4 years, so it works. So I thought, we can do that on your quilts for anything you want to put outside. It protects them from the sun. So
Okay, I finished last video at my house. I had these blocks on my design wall. So it is now.
this was from Kim Deal. Kim Deal was showing, she was making this really small on her Instagram page, and Jeannie just said, okay, I like that, and this is what Jeannie does.
And I wanted a bigger quilt, so I thought, well, I'm going to start with bigger blocks. Then I'll get there quicker.
And her kitchen cupboards are the color of that jadeite, those jadeite dishes. So she said she's going to use this for in between seasons, right?
Right, yeah. It's an open concept, so between the dining room and living room, I have a quilt ladder.
Right.
So this will be one of them that I can put on it in the future.
It's very beautiful. I love the border.
And it's kind of fun. When we went on that shop hop in August, I had a swatch along, and I just bought fat quarters or half yards of
different greens.
Yeah,
right?
and backgrounds.
Yep.
So, okay.
We'll move on to haul. We don't have any finishes. I got this pattern when I was looking for some little smalls for fall, and it's funny because it's by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitching, and she's the one that does all of those little pin keeps for cross stitch. So I was amazed to see that she also does quilts. But I love applique too, and I love wool, so this kind of combines all my loves into one. And I like that it's little, so it shouldn't take that long to make. It's very cute. And then again, along with my bench theme,
because we got to pack the skeleton away.
Yeah, skeleton's going away. I found this Kris Kringle. It's a Teresa Kogut, and it's a panel, and then you stitch on the trees and the stars, and then the top border, and then these checkered things on the bottom. It comes as a kit, and this is the panel. So I just thought I'd show you the panel, and I mean, he's very primitive looking. He's right up my alley. So I'm gonna make him.
I love her colors.
I know. Yeah, she's quite the artist. I don't know what side of the brain that is, but I don't have it. Because I'm a left-sided, aren't I? If you're right-sided, aren't you an artist? And if you're left-sided, you're more analytical or something? I don't know. But I don't know. It comes in a cute little box, and then there's tons of fabrics in there, all kinds. Just beautiful fabrics. This one I got on sale, so I got a really good price on this, and I jumped right on it because of the price. So I'm gonna start working on this pretty much right away, I think.
Yeah.
I like these cute boxes and stuff, but with fabric being as expensive as it is, you'd think, I'd just as soon buy it in a bag too if it'd save me a few bucks. Some of these things.
The presentation though was.
I know. Presentation is everything. And when we started quilting, even until just lately, we never had boxes. Nothing was ever in a box.
Well, Moda would do one different times at Christmas and stuff,
Yeah.
but yeah, not too much. No.
But that's my quilting haul.
Yep, and I don't have any quilting haul with me.
Okie dokie.
What are your quilting plans?
I'm gonna work on Kris Kringle. We bought a king size bed 4 years ago. I'm thinking it's 4 years. Might be going on 5. Anyway, I had a queen size headboard. I've been looking and looking and looking and looking. Well, I finally found one on Marketplace. It's a headboard and a footboard, and it's beautiful, and it's king size. So I just got it. We got it last Saturday. And I've been working on my ring quilt, and that, you know, I kind of...
Blackbird design.
Yeah, it's Blackbird design. And I kind of stalled on it because I guess I always need something to generate my excitement.
Need a push.
That's it, a push.
Marching orders.
Yeah, marching orders. So I got that new headboard. So now I was about a third of the way done on my quilt. So now I'm gonna work on that every night for sure to get it done. Because then I still have 2 pillow shams to make, and then there's a bigger pillow that goes with it, with a basket of like flowers, and then the stems of the flowers are made with rickrack. So I really want to get that done.
But how many bed quilts do you have ready to quilt? You've got them pieced.
They're all pieced and they're all layered. I think I have 3 more after this one. Yes.
Yeah. She never has had one that she made on a bed of hers, no matter what size the bed was.
And my youngest son is 41, and I started quilting when he was 3.
So she needed these marching orders a long time ago.
I did. Luckily, though, I took some of my queen tops, and I still had, since I do a lot of scrappy quilts, I had the fabric, so I made them king. That was kind of tricky for a couple of them, but I did it.
And you like your king quilts on the bigger side because you tuck your pillows.
I tuck my pillows, and then I put pillow shams on top of that. And then I also like something in front of it, too, like a little pillow or something.
Accent pillow.
Yeah, I do. So, but now, and I took off my old, I had valances in there. I took those all off. They were dark. They were like dark blue and dark red. And I just put some, I've had them for years, and I'm not even going to tell you that story, but I've found these valances I've had for a long time, so I put those up, and I really like them. And they're pretty basic. They're just a beige with like a blue ticking in them every once in a while, and then they swoop up and down. And so then there's the beige on the top with the blue ticking stripe, and then underneath that is a curvy dark blue that accents that blue ticking. So I think that'll pretty much go with anything I put in there, I think. I don't want to change out my valances every time I put on a new bedspread. I don't like making valances. I made my brother a set of curtains. I'm not doing it again. That wasn't fun. That was hard. She had to help me with the lining. I've never lined curtains, and she helped me with that at the library, and I did it, and they're beautiful, but I don't want to do them again. I'm a quilter. I don't hem dresses. I don't make dresses. I'm a quilter, that's it.
I gotta go home and hem my granddaughter's basketball jersey shorts. They're too long, and she wants them above her knee instead of below her knee. Well, they're reversible, so instead of 2 pant legs I gotta hem 4.
Yeah.
And it's that stretch, so I worked yesterday all day trying to figure out what stitch I wanted to use and how to sew them, and my sewing machine didn't work at first until I changed the needle, and so that's another good rule to have.
Yep.
Quilts, not clothes.
I don't mend. I don't. Nope. And I did that. I've mended some, not the bride's dress, but the bridesmaid's dresses. I've mended, or I've raised the hems up on those. At this point in my life, no, I do not do any. I mean, if one of my grandchildren ripped their pocket or something, I'm happy to mend that. That's easy. That's an easy thing to do, but I'm not doing any of that stuff anymore because I'm a quilter. A 1/4-inch straight seam. That's what I do.
Our son that came up from Florida for hunting, he had a couple pair of jeans. Well, he doesn't wear jeans in Florida too often. And he put them on, and he's walking around the house, and they're dragging. And I said, what? He goes, well, I probably bought the wrong size. I shouldn't have got them this long. And it's like, okay, put your shoes on. Let's measure them. And so I hem 2 pair of jeans and fixed his pocket on his heated jacket.
Well, you need that, especially if that's where he's putting the battery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that working.
So I thought I was done with that type of sewing for this month. But
Yeah.
But now, after you get your quilt done now, you're going to have to work on seasonal quilts for your bed, not just your bench.
Yeah, because she's got hundreds of quilts. I mean, she has them all in bins labeled. I don't have hundreds of quilts.
Yeah.
So I
don't have as much space in this house as I did in my other house.
But I don't have my whole life ahead of me either to keep quilting. So I have to get my button gear here with quilts too. I'm trying to get myself on some sort of schedule, but I'm not, I don't know. I'll figure it out someday.
Yeah.
Then I'll be senile and not know what I'm doing. So I told my kids, if I end up in a nursing home, just put the sewing machine in front of me, even if you have to take the needle out, and I'll just pretend I'm sewing. I don't know. Well, there's a sign that says something about for every minute you're quilting, you're gaining your life back or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that saying.
Yes. Same
with cross stitch. So I get my work done during the day, stuff I have to do, and then I come down. So it's always fun. I just want to do, like I told her, I said, I'm 66, and that's something that happens. I don't know, everybody has a different age, I'm sure, but this was the year I thought, if I don't start doing stuff I want to do, when is that going to happen?
Exactly.
So I'm, anything can happen as far as your life goes, so try to get in as much fun as you can, and stuff you really love to do, you got to kind of put that as a priority, because you're going to run out of time. There, that's my philosophy for the day.
And on that note,
I think we're done, Jeannie. I think that's it. And believe it or not, this is our third time on time. We did our right on time. We're good.
Yeah, we'll do the middle of the month in December now too. So
so we'll see you before Christmas, right?
Yep.
Okay, gang, so I guess that's it. And thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Yep.
Bye.